The question echoing across the NFL right now sounds almost unreal when you say it out loud, but here it is anyway: Chiefs Kingdom. Did we just witness the final snap of Travis Kelce's legendary football career? Hold on to your seats, because this story is bigger than a box score, bigger than one season, and maybe even bigger than the game itself. On a cold, tense Week 18 night, the Kansas City Chiefs closed out a season that nobody in red and gold saw coming. A 14-12 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders. A 6-11 record. And for the first time since 2014, the Chiefs watching the playoffs from home. For a franchise that has defined the modern NFL, that has lifted Lombardi trophies in 1969, 2020, 2023, and 2024, it felt like the ground shifted beneath our feet. And standing at the center of that moment was Travis Kelce. At 36 years old, with the final year of his contract now complete, Kelce walked off the field amid swirling questions about retirement, legacy, and what comes next. For more than a decade, he's been the heartbeat of this offense, the safety blanket for quarterbacks, the nightmare matchup for defenses, and the emotional spark that ignited Arrowhead on Sundays. If this really was his final game in pads, it marks the end of one of the most iconic careers ever played by a tight end. Let's take a breath and put this into perspective. Despite the noise, the age talk, and the headlines about his life away from football, Kelce still produced 76 catches, 851 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. Those aren't farewell numbers from someone who can't play anymore. Those are solid, professional, high-level NFL numbers, especially for a tight end approaching 40 in a league that chews players up and spits them out before most fans even learn their names. And remember, this is the same player who redefined the position. Before Kelce, tight ends were often blockers first, receivers second. Kelce flipped that script. He became a route-running technician, a yards-after-catch machine, and a red zone assassin. When the Chiefs needed 6 yards on third down, everyone in the stadium knew where the ball was going, and defenses still couldn't stop it. That connection with Patrick Mahomes? That's football poetry. Speaking of Mahomes, let's not forget the quarterback who has been the face of this dynasty. Patrick Mahomes isn't just a passer. He's a playmaker, a magician, and the on-field extension of Andy Reid's offensive mind. Mahomes and Kelce together changed how defenses play football. Safeties backed up. Linebackers hesitated. Zones stretched and cracked. It was chess at full speed, and Kansas City almost always had the advantage. Under Andy Reid, the Chiefs became the gold standard for offensive creativity. Pre-snap motion, misdirection, option routes, and timing concepts that punished even the smallest defensive mistake. Kelce was the engine of that system, reading coverages on the fly, adjusting routes mid-play, and trusting Mahomes to put the ball exactly where it needed to be. This is why his potential departure hits so hard. Arrowhead Stadium, officially known as Gayha Field at Arrowhead Stadium, isn't just loud because fans scream. It's loud because they believe. Chiefs Kingdom shows up with a tomahawk chop, with history on their backs, with memories of Len Dawson's calm leadership, Derek Thomas terrorizing quarterbacks, and Tony Gonzalez setting the standard at tight end long before Kelce took it to another level. Kelce didn't just play in that lineage. He elevated it. Now, here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. According to respected sports media insider Andrew Marchand, if Kelce decides to hang up the cleats, football won't be done with him. Not even close. The prediction making waves across the league? A potential broadcasting deal worth anywhere from $10 to $20 million. Let that sink in. We're talking about a future Hall of Famer stepping straight into the #1 chair in sports media. Not a side role. Not a trial run. The main seat. The kind of job networks build entire broadcasts around. And when you think about Kelce's personality, his humor, his football IQ, and his ability to connect with audiences, it starts to make perfect sense. Marchand put it plainly. Kelce is only going to take a top job. And because he's Travis Kelce, because of what he's done on the field and who he is off it, the money will follow. And yes, we have to talk about the off-the-field spotlight. Kelce's engagement to global pop icon Taylor Swift has taken his profile to an entirely new level. Suddenly, NFL games are crossing into mainstream pop culture in ways we haven't seen since the biggest moments of the league's past. Cameras follow him everywhere. Headlines multiply. And while some critics roll their eyes, there's no denying the impact. Kelce isn't just an NFL star anymore. He's a global brand. But here's the key question, and it's the one Chiefs fans are wrestling with right now. Is he done with football? Because make no mistake, the tape still shows a player who can help a team win. The hands are still reliable. The route running is still elite. The football mind is still razor sharp. Yes, the burst isn't what it was at 28, but very few players in NFL history have aged as gracefully at this position as Kelce has. From a tactical standpoint, the Chiefs would have to evolve without him. More reliance on younger pass catchers. More emphasis on the run game with Isaiah Pacheco's physical style. More creative ways to stretch the field vertically. Defensively, Chris Jones would still anchor a unit that thrives on pressure and disruption, but offensively, losing Kelce means losing the ultimate security blanket in the red zone and on third down. Historically, dynasties face moments like this. The Patriots did when Brady left. The Steelers did when their legends aged out. The question isn't whether the Chiefs can survive it. The question is how they respond. If Kelce returns, even for one more year, expect a motivated, refocused Kansas City squad. Expect Andy Reid to adjust the playbook. Expect Mahomes to lean on that chemistry one more time. And expect Arrowhead to erupt every time number 87 touches the ball, knowing each snap could be history. If he doesn't return, then this becomes a transition moment. A passing of the torch. A reminder that even the greatest eras eventually evolve. One fictional but all too believable quote from inside the locker room sums it up perfectly. Travis changed how we play football, a teammate might say. But more than that, he changed how we believe. And that belief is what Chiefs Kingdom holds on to now. So here we are, at the crossroads of legacy and future. A potential $20 million broadcasting career waiting on one side. Another season of football glory waiting on the other. Only Travis Kelce knows which path he'll choose. One thing is certain. Whether it's on the field, in the booth, or in the spotlight of pop culture, Travis Kelce isn't going anywhere. His impact on the Kansas City Chiefs, on the NFL, and on the game itself is permanent. Chiefs Kingdom, stay locked in. Stay loud. And stay ready. Because the next chapter of this story is coming fast, and you won't want to miss a single moment of it.